Hello, and welcome to Magic School. I will be your host, Gaming with Plays. Yes, today I start Hexen once again as a mage. You'd think this would be enough, but nope. The mage doesn't really have a melee attack. It's all ranged. His armor class is the lowest. He's gonna take more damage. However, check it out. I just shoot lines, and they're all hit scanning, and they go through enemies. So, playing as the mage is fun. Just don't get up close if you don't have to. Except I think there's one weapon soon which does work kind of better up close, which is kind of antithetical to the whole point of playing as the mage, but hey, what are you gonna do? A lot, apparently. Really, it's weapon number 3 of the mage you're probably gonna like.
Knowing me in this game, I am a magic man. You may have noticed there are more ifrits this time around.
Yes. Really easy for me to knock down. Hexens are really no match right now. Don't even bother. You shall all die on my hands of the magic man. One might think if I were a World of Warcraft character, I'd be a Forsaken mage. Well, you're right. I'm a lich. I'm a lich, baby.
The terrifying Lich. And you have recovered his glass window shard.
Alright. I do like being able to break glass that way, which isn't always a sure thing. The way breaking the glass works better on a melee attack, because what's happening is it's I don't know if you've seen how Doom's code works, but if you recall a while ago, I was playing Doom 2, and on some occasions the Mancubi can shoot through a wall, like through a corner. And I watched the video, and it has something to do with how the projectile speed is calculated frame by frame. So if it just happens to be past the corner, it'll go through it. One might think that's a wall hack, but that was just limited the engine. So something like that happens with my weapon, right? If it doesn't meet the glass at the point it's supposed to break it, it'll just go right through it and not actually break the glass. So be careful of that. I've had to contend with that problem a few times. More magic advice from the Magic Chon. Doing the same things over and again. Doing the things again. Round 3. Let's get that key. I'm doing it all over. Yeah. Oh. So as you might imagine, if we have to go through a lot of corridors that are claustrophobic, the mage is going to have a rough time. But out in open areas, Magic Mage has got your shit covered. Especially if there's sniping to be done. Yes, I've always envisioned myself as an arcane sniper. Behold! 120 feet away. It is a wand. Pshoo! Also, the way he uses flechettes is exactly similar to how the Protagonist of Heretic does it. You just set it and forget it. Blows up after it's basically a time bomb in the Ancient now. And really, this weapon is much like the first Heretic's weapon also. So, I mean, you should be familiar with how this works. A good recommendation, a good class. Would play again, 10 out of 10. Yeah, because it's not melee, it can't always just do it. Like, it would have gone through, but it is pretty much auto-aiming, so yeah. Listen, I will not stop using auto-aim as long as, like, a DOS recommendation. I can understand games that do not have auto-aim. I get it. But when you're just trying to kick your enemies' asses all the time, it's like, well, I mean, it's part of the game, so man, let me do it, okay? Just hit that moon switch. You know, did you see that moon switch? It just turns from full into, like, a crescent. A fertile crescent at that. Some might say it grows a lot of plants on the moon. No. You know, those amount of sci-fis were, like, well before the 60s, and it's like, well, what if there was life on the moon? We have a silent film about that, I believe, or something like that. It's just like, wow, look, aliens on the moon. Yeah, no, that didn't happen. So instead we insist the aliens are on Mars instead of the moon. Really, that's foolish. I would like to see, like, comic books discussing people living on the moon. But I guess no. That's fair. But it doesn't have to be real. It's all fiction. It's all in your head. I've got 2 heads, and I know how to use them. Put them together like peanut butter and jelly. 2 flavors that taste better together. Double head. Double mint header gum. For all you baseball chaps out there. Or baseball chillaps. Oh yeah, because this is how you hit the bell, you don't actually have to go into the tower. You can just shoot it from down below the building, which means you don't actually need this key in order to hit it. But I'm doing it the fair way. Plus, I'm not sure what I don't want to think about what would happen if I start sequence breaking. Like, if you sequence break in, like, Duke Nukem 3D and such, shit teleports in at the wrong time and you're all fucked up, so I don't want that to happen in, like, Hexen. Really, I prefer it when I can see them teleporting in. I don't know why build engine games are like, no, don't show them teleporting. I'm like, crap, I didn't see that. So, they're very silent, too, about it. It's very creepy. If only I had the teleporter power. The bell trolls for me. Quote the Raven. More toilet paper. How is that movie anyway? The Raven? Or was it the Crow? Excuse me. How are them Corvids Raven games? Raven software. And your Ravens. That's so Raven software. I know. Flight of the Raven. Strong of the horse. There we go. I got this down to a magical artificial science that doesn't exist in your plane or mine. You could say it exists in a fictional plane, but only fictionally. See you next time.